yesterday. We've had really nice warm weather for the last week or so, and yesterday we got done with about 2 inches worth of snow, so it disappeared and it came back in one day. Today we're going to talk about how I go about doing lighting, and by lighting I mean lighting as in, let me just switch over to this, street lights. Now I get these from a company called Fun Trying from China, and I get other lights from Evan's website, which is I'll put a link in the description for it. And the other place I get lights from is wish.com. So the lights come either as flashing or non-flashing, and I create my own little busboards for, let's go to 3. So this is a busboard that I use for my lights, and I put these underneath the layout and run wires to these things. Now these are from a company called Scenic in Britain. They come as a kit, so you have to do your own soldering, but they're only £4.49, I think it is, and which is about $7 Canadian. And I usually order them like 5 or 6 at a go, and then I just sit down on my workbench and bang them out. So it doesn't take long to do. Once you've done one, you can put them out really quick. I've got a time lapse that will be in this video that shows me doing the soldering on this. So what are we going to do today? We're going to take this light, and install it right here so that it lights up where the dump trucks go to fill in the quarry. Also, I put a styrene block around the bottom so that if a truck were to back into it, it would you know it's there and not bend the pole. Also, down in here, and you may standing this close to it and look at, there is a small flashing red LED that's in here, and so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in place today. So the first thing is you got to get the wires so that they're not all bunched up. So, and then lay it out. Now it's really easy with these little lights, lamp posts, to break them. I've already broken one putting one in. Alright. So I don't strip the wires beforehand at the end where I'm going to connect them, and I'm going to connect them to this little board. But what I do is, and this came as a revelation yesterday, I've been putting these wires together and then putting taking a piece of painter's tape and taping it to to my fancy coat hanger that allows me to fish the wires down. And then I had a flash of inspiration, and I realized I got a box of shrink wrap tubing, and it is more than shrink wrap than I'm going to ever need for the rest of my life, most likely. So what I do is I put the I'll take a better view of it. Put the shrink wrap around the end here, and the wires are fed through. Oh, why am I not go to preview and then go to page? Oh, I am back. Jeez, looking at the wrong panel. Here we then I just take a lighter, shrink the shrink wrap around all the wires and the coat hanger, and then just take a little pair of cheap nippers and cut the wires off flush. So now they're flush, and okay, that's not what I want. Well, fine. There we go. That's what we want. So now I have the wires connected to the coat hanger, and now I can. Now you got to go slow and easy, because if you don't, so that's all the way down and in there. You can see it right here. So now it gets a bit fiddly. You don't want to pull too hard. One of the reasons is that I have the so I just cut the wires free of the coat hanger, and I'm taking the coat hanger back out. That means I've got more space in that hole now to pull things down, because you can see here that I've got shrink wrap here because the wires are obviously not long enough to reach any kind of bus that I'm going to plug these wires into. The other thing that's a little bit of an issue is, you can see, let me get my hand out of the way. You see this thing right here? It's about 1/4 of an inch or more. It's about 1/4 of an inch more. Hang on, my phone is ringing. Who was that? No. I usually turn that damn thing off when we're doing these. Anyway, it's about 1/4 of an inch in size, so it's just about the same size as the hole. So when I'm pulling on it, I have to be very gentle, and I can only get it to go down so far, and then it stops. Now, if I give it a yank, it'll definitely break. I know it will. So what I'm going to do is, the other 2 wires, they'll go down in there fine. I'm just now going to take the wire that goes to the red LED, and I'm going to fold it over and push it down in there. We've got a pair of tweezers. A pair of tweezers here. We'll just push this. Okay. Now I've got to go and get the wires, and before I glue anything, I have to strip the wires. I have to strip the wires at one end. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm going to strip the wires. So I have these fancy dancy wire strippers, and they're the cat's ass when it comes to stripping wire. Here we go. Because you just stick it in and squeeze down and bang, it strips it. There it goes. Now, what does it set it? Oh, I need to set it up small. One more, where are you? There you are. So now these wires are all stripped. And I'm going to bring it up over here. Put them there. And now I need screwdriver. So now what I need is a screwdriver, and I've got these sets. I think I got this at my favorite modeling store, the dollar store. And so now we have the little board. And I just twist them so that the braided wire right, and it goes in there. Up. And then we'll take the other black one, just get it, braid it all together. Unscrew it a bit. That one in there. Screw this down. So that's the black side done. So now we'll take the red side. Yeah. Unscrew this so it's up. Twist this so the braided wires are all together. Stick it in. And there, and then we'll be able to see what we've got for light. Okay, let's see what happens. And so you can see, here it is, sitting there with the red light. There we go. Things you should check for before you start doing things. Oh, there. And accelerator, do I have a Q-tip here? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is some super glue in here, in the hole itself, right along all the walls. Then I'm going to take Q-tip and put some accelerator or activator on the bottom of this. And then I'm going to push everything down inside that hole. It says this, it doesn't want to come on. There. I get a 1, 2, 3 block. And that's going to hold that straight up and down. And now I'm going to take a little bit more super glue. And put it in the hole. Once again, activator. And there you have it. So it's not that difficult to do. Once all of the wiring in the section is done, I have a 3 volt power supply that I have a 3 volt power supply that I'm going to set up, and I'm going to run a bus that goes around the entire layout. So not an overly complex thing to do. I will put links to where I get the lights from, so that you can, if you're interested, you can get them. They're not very expensive, amazingly. The other thing is, just let me see. Oh, if I do have a camera for you, I can show you. Right, so we have a new building on the layout. This is a building that's used to repair the large trucks. Let me see. There we go. And it has lights inside. There's a truck inside with a tire being replaced, and flashing yellow lights at the front of it. Let's see. I'll get this out of the way. To give you a pretty good look. All right. So that's it for today. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we're moving along steadily. You can see that we got a whack of wires down here because that's all the wires that are in the quarry right now, and that's about 12 lights. And then this is a second bus, which is going to be put on daisy chained with the bus that's there, and we're just going to keep going at it. But it might be finished sooner than I thought it would be. I've tested the track and with 2 boxcars, and it does work. So anyway, next week we're going to move towards the office building, the parking lot for employees, the guard gates, and we may do a little bit more scenic work, and then if there's time, or if it works out okay, I will be putting in some chain link fence. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week.